Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard. Would I marry for a third time? Not right now. I wouldn't even date. I wouldn't even date. I'd like to go with a woman for a cup of coffee or maybe to see a movie, but anything beyond that seems scary. I have some buddies that are kind of getting into the dating scene a little bit again for a second time after divorce or whatever. And to me, it sounds horrible. It sounds horrible. One of my best friends is on Match.com. Sounds horrible. I'm not ready. I'm not close to ready, for a real relationship. I got work to do. I want to feel better. I was talking to some woman who follows me on some social media platform, and I just touched on my issues and my struggles and my pain from divorce, and she started going into hers. And I just know a lot of people probably jump back into the dating scene post-divorce to get it, stick it to their spouse, or because they're lonely, or to fill a void, or for whatever reason. And I did that the first go around, and it was really stupid because I'd meet a woman at a restaurant or a bar or a park or whatever, and I don't know. As much as I didn't want to talk about divorce or the exes or the family or the whatever, that seemed like it would was a lot of the conversation would revolve around that. And I'd like to be healthier, and I'd like to be past it. And I'm probably never going to be always. May I ask how long it's been since I became single? I was officially divorced in February. I was officially divorced in February. Yeah. So that's the answer to that. I'd be a great speaker. Oh, well, thank you so much. There's not a bad. There's a lot of people divorced 2 times. Yeah, maybe there is, but I'm an emotional guy. And I feel great joy and great passion and great happiness most of the time. But I can also feel crushing sadness and dark thoughts and yucky thoughts and loneliness and pain as well. And and I'm still going through that. I'm still going through it. And so I think that's what was getting me last night. I know it was. I looked at where I was at that moment and didn't like it. And I thought, and again, we shouldn't be together. And I wish her nothing but the best and hope she does great. And I think she will. She's a beautiful, smart woman. But I was looking back and just thinking, well, 2 years ago, you always look back and remember the fond times or the great moments or what have you. And they're not always real, but you look back, you look at where you are today and you look at where you imagine you were a couple years prior. And, it's tough. It's tough. No, it is better to be alone. It is better to be alone. No, I know it does, Ryan. Thank you for saying that. How many years was I married? That's funny. The first time it was 11 years. The second time we were actually married and not separated for 14 months. And, it was a very passionate marriage, volatile though, and not healthy for either of us, and makes me sad. And I'm sure it makes her sad, and I know it probably makes you guys sad for anybody out there that's divorced. It's tough. Because when you say I do, you're certainly not planning on it being torn apart. But sometimes that happens. Great question, Ryan. How is the coffee? It's been too long. But it's 6:06. Ugh. I don't know how much I have for you today. Good morning, Winna from Louisiana. Good morning. Winna's an unusual name. I've known a Winifred who went by Winnie, and maybe all Winnies, and I don't know how many the Winnies there are, but if there are multiple Winnies, I wonder if they're all Winifreds. She was Buddy's mom and coached on my track team growing up. It was Win Eggers. She was a really enthusiastic, positive, energetic exuberant lady that I remember back fondly, and think of fondly all these years later. And it's amazing. I was probably 12, and I'm 54 now, so that was 42 years ago. And I'm still reflecting back. I wonder if she's alive. I mean, we were the same age, my buddy and I, and my mom's passed. My dad's still alive. But I don't know. It's been a long time. Hey, Winna, thank you so much for following the creator. Again, I appreciate anyone that does. I enjoy talking. I think I'm pretty good at it. I enjoy sharing on various social media platforms. And I'll get down to business. It's the 24th. I hit 1,000 subscribers on the 24th of April over on YouTube. And at that point, you get monetized. And I should look at what I've made in the last 90 days. I think I probably made about $90 on YouTube. And so it's $1 a day. So if I can grow my audience by 200-fold, it's $200 a day, 7 days a week, $1,400 a week, $5,600 every 4 weeks or month-ish. Yeah, 60, $70,000 a year. It'd be cool if I could do it just by talking on the phone, talking to my phone and drinking some coffee. Thank you so much for tuning into my lives, Ryland. I appreciate that. Winna asked, where am I from? How many videos have I posted in those 90 days? Holy smokes, a whole bunch. I go live probably 5 out of 6 days on average. So if you want to count it by that, and probably 90% of my other videos are clips I take from these lives. So if you follow me now and you, in about a week, you're going to see a clip from something I said today with some music and some words that I thought was worth repeating and worth becoming a TikTok or, again, a short or a reel. Somebody asked what state I'm in. I'm in Naperville, Illinois, which is a town of about 145,000 people, about 35 miles west of Chicago. It is amazing how quiet this place is on a Monday morning. I'm standing on the kind of main strip downtown. And again, it's a town of 140. It would be kind of funny if a took me out. Suddenly the live broadcast goes blank. What the hell happened? A semi was barreling down Jefferson Avenue in Naperville and took out Coffee with Ken Tracy. What's the world gonna do? Who are they going to drink coffee with in the mornings? I don't know. You'd have to answer that yourself. Can I get to Chicago from here via public transportation? I sure can. It would be probably about a half-mile walk there to the Metro train, which runs straight downtown. If I hopped on it and it was an express, I'd say it's probably like a 35-minute express to downtown Chicago. And I used to be a commuter. I lived in the city a bunch of years, but before I lived there, I worked in the city from 1990 to about 2000, and I was a stockbroker for Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns and a couple other places. And that was a crazy experience, but I used to take the train for periods of my life. And I don't know, kind of remember back fondly on that. And the smells and the sights and the people. And when the train door opens up and all the people are piling into Union Station and walking through the tunnels and then taking the escalator up and walking into the city, how crowded it was. And I wonder, I haven't done that for 10 years probably, taking the train maybe into the city, but on a work day for sure. I wonder how it is these days. If, like, how crowded are the trains? How busy is the Loop, which is the business area in Chicago, is called the Loop, and used to be wall-to-wall people all piling out of the trains, all walking to various buildings and offices and what have you. And it just seems a long time ago. Yeah, no, I didn't work at the Board of Trade, but I did do quite well. Somebody said I